Today, we're going to pull back the curtain on one of the most powerful yet pretty much invisible forces in our daily lives, supply chain management. It's the hidden system that brings the whole world right to your doorstep.
I mean, really think about your morning coffee for a second. It didn't just magically appear in your kitchen, right? It started out as a bean, probably thousands of miles away. So how on earth did it make that incredible journey from a farm across an ocean and land right there in your cup?
Well, the answer is that behind that cup of coffee and literally every single thing you own, there's this huge global network. You can think of it like an intricate dance. You've got farmers, manufacturers, truck drivers, and retailers all moving together in sync.
So let's trace that secret journey. This is where we get to uncover the real magic that makes all of modern commerce even possible.
You know, probably the best way to get your head around this is with a simple metaphor. If the supply chain is an orchestra, then supply chain management, or SCM, that's the conductor. It's their job to make sure every single instrument, from sourcing the raw materials to the final delivery, plays its part at the exact right moment.
Okay, so what exactly is this conductor's job? Let's nail down a clear definition.
If you want the formal, textbook definition, supply chain management is the top-down, centralized coordination of that entire flow of goods. And it's not just about one little piece of the puzzle, it's about overseeing absolutely everything, from the moment a raw material is pulled from the ground until that finished product lands in your hands.
But honestly, here's a much simpler way to think about it. The entire goal is to master these 5 rights. And believe me, if you get just one of them wrong, let's say the product shows up late or there isn't enough of it, the whole system feels the pain.
Now this right here clears up a huge point of confusion. A lot of people use the words logistics and supply chain like they're the same thing, but they're not at all. Logistics is just one part of the process. The trucks, the ships, the warehouses. Supply chain management is the entire strategy. It's the whole orchestra, not just the string section. So let's move on to the core components and see how this all comes together. We're going to look at the 6 main instruments that our SCM conductor needs to coordinate perfectly. So here they are. You've got planning, sourcing, manufacturing, logistics, warehousing, and last but not least, returns. Every single one of these is absolutely critical to making the whole system work. Everything kicks off with planning. This is the bedrock, the foundation for the whole operation. It's all about companies using data to predict what you're going to buy and when. And if they get this wrong, well, you either end up with empty shelves and angry customers, or warehouses crammed full of stuff that nobody wants. Next up, you've got sourcing and manufacturing. This is all about finding the absolute best partners to provide your raw materials, and then, of course, actually turning all that stuff into the finished products. And let me tell you, it's a very delicate balance between quality, cost, and reliability.
Okay, so once the product is made, it's got to get moving. That's where logistics and warehousing come into play. And this covers everything from a giant container ship crossing the ocean to a tiny robot picking your specific order in some massive fulfillment center.
And then there's the final piece, one that a lot of people tend to forget about: returns. See, a great supply chain doesn't just stop at your doorstep. It also has to be amazing at efficiently handling products that are coming back. This is sometimes called reverse logistics, and it's a huge deal for building customer trust.
So that's the process in a nutshell. But the really exciting part, honestly, is how this entire field is being completely revolutionized right now. So let's take a look at the future of getting stuff. And look, when you talk about the future, you just have to talk about the undisputed masters of the modern supply chain, Amazon. Their biggest competitive advantage isn't their website, it's this unbelievable, finely tuned delivery machine they built. So how do they do it? Well, take predictive shipping. Using AI, they actually move products they think you're going to buy to a warehouse near you before you even click Add to Cart. It's a total game changer that turns 2-day shipping into 2-hour shipping. They've also poured billions into mastering the last mile. That's the most expensive part of the journey, giving them total control right to your front door. It really is a masterclass in modern SCM. And Amazon's story brilliantly illustrates how this whole performance is changing for everyone. Going back to our metaphor, the conductor now has a whole new toolbox, a whole new set of technological batons to lead the orchestra with more precision than we ever thought possible. Just take artificial intelligence. Our research for this shows that AI-powered forecasting can slash errors in predicting what customers will want by a staggering 30 to 50%. I mean, that is a massive reduction in both waste and missed sales.
This slide just captures the shift perfectly. It used to be a complete black box, right? You'd be making phone calls, hoping for a vague update. Now with technology like the Internet of Things, IoT, with sensors on everything, companies get real-time data. It's no longer a question of, where is my shipment? It's a notification saying, your shipment is 2 miles away and will be there in 5 minutes.
So, here's the bottom line. Why does all of this matter? Because supply chain management is the invisible engine that powers our modern world. It's the reason you can get millions of products delivered to your door in a day. It's the reason store shelves are full. And here's the thing, when it works, you don't even notice it. But when it breaks, the whole world notices.
And that leaves us with one last really fascinating question to think about. We've seen how technology is making the supply chain faster and smarter. It already gets products to your door with incredible speed. But what happens when it gets so good that it knows what you need even before you do? Because that's where this is all heading.